Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm doing a quick preview of a game coming to crowdfunding, Kickstarter next week, which is Battle Card. This is a series of 5 straightforward and quick war games that are played on a postcard or like print and play. Basically, I think it's going to be $5 for 5 games, which is pretty awesome. And disclaimer, this is co-designed by my friend David Thompson. That's why I'm looking at the game, so clearly there's potential for some bias there. But I'm going to play through one of these scenarios. David showed me 2 of them. This is Moro River, and talk you through the rules. There's a lot of consistencies between scenarios, but there's also some special rules for each one. And I'll give some quick thoughts on the system as a whole at the end. And by the way, I personally don't like print and playing things, so I'm playing on my wife's iPad, but it actually works pretty well because you have dice representing the units and you're moving them around. And yeah, it's it's pretty seamless to play on the tablet. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. Like I did a solo playthrough of Sky Team this month and might do a bonus play of 20 Strong. You can also watch our separate streaming channel for even more content, listen to our weekly podcast, or join the conversation on our Discord. So like I said, each of the battle card scenarios or games or what have you are played on like a postcard or in this case a tablet. There are, again, I think 5 of them for $5. Crazy good deal. And they use a lot of the same basic systems. So you have dice representing units. You have little combat resolution tables, although very simple ones. You're rolling a die to resolve combat. You have a certain number of turns. So in Moro River, just to kind of talk through how a turn works. First, every die that is adjacent. Oh, by the way, I'm the Canadians, which I'm representing here with white dice units, and I've got 1 in reserve. And I'm battling the Germans, which I'm using black dice for. The turn and current weather is marked with a purple die. And then I got a red for resolving rolls. But yeah, first, everyone that's adjacent along these little like roads, these little snaky brown lines, are going to battle. And we roll on the combat table for battle. If I have a higher value on my die, then I roll with the Canadian result. Only a 1 is really bad. 2, 3, 4 is in the middle. 5, 6 is a good result. Germans, if the Germans have the lead, and the no line if we're tied. If we get a minus, and that's how many steps we lose, just dialing the die down from like 6 to 5, 5 to 4. And if a die goes from 1 to 0, then it's removed from the board. And very importantly, if I get a W for the Germans, then they have to retreat 1 along their line. Although when they do that, if they get into one of these hashed spaces that also has a number in the upper left-hand corner, they're going to reinforce and add that value to their die. So they will kind of get tougher as we go. Then I have the choice to advance along the lines if I want to. I don't have to, but to win in this scenario, I do have to take Torre Muccia. Sorry, I don't know the exact pronunciation of these. So clearly I have to push pretty hard because you have to win before 6 turns run out. Or if 2 of my 3 Canadian dice, not counting the reserve, are defeated and removed, I lose. And then I have the chance with these red lines. You can see connecting some spaces. I can transfer unit strength from one unit to another along those red lines, and or I can put my reserve into people. And then we advance the turn and we roll for the weather. On a 1 through 4, it'll stay rain, which doesn't do anything, which is where it is right now. On a 5 or 6, it'll turn to mud, which will have a -1 modifier to all my rolls. Oh, and I forgot to say, the Germans get to counterattack if I advance and they're on a hash-marked space. They'll actually get to attack back to me, which is usually a better attack value for them. So those are basically the entire rules, but let's see how it goes. So right now we're in the battle step, and I have a battle with every single one of my units, but I have the advantage everywhere except in the middle. So let's roll here with a Canadian advantage. And, oh, nice. Okay, we got a 6, which means with the Canadian advantage, they lose 1 step and I lose nothing, and then they retreat to the gully. But they immediately get 1 from the reinforcements there. So they're at 4, and I'm at 6. I like that. Okay, then San Leonardo is a tie, so this could be, oh my gosh, okay. I'll take that. So once again, they lose 1 and retreat, but then they get it right back from reinforcements. But still, that was awesome. And then finally, we have the advantage here. Just roll another 6. What is going on? Okay. Maybe I'll start cheating some rolls to make them bad. There's like, what was that other playthrough I did recently? That was so stupid. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, so actually they don't reinforce. They just go down to 4. And I don't advance yet, sorry. Okay, so now I can choose to advance, and yeah, let's go in. That'll have us all be in kind of the ability with these red lines to reinforce and trade steps. And then counterattack is happening here and here because they're on the hash-marked lines with reinforcements. These guys are not counterattacking. So 4 against 6, that's Canadian advantage again. What the dude? No effect is the NE, so they don't hurt me at all. And then 5 on 5. is, hey, there we go. That's a normal roll. No advantage, -1 to each of us. So this one's down to 4, and this one's down to 4. Okay. So now I can transfer along the red lines. I could do a single step transfer. So I could like knock down one of these 6s and make them a 5, which is, yeah, exactly what I'm going to do. Let's take one from this one, because this, you'll see this is the toughest flank to advance along. They're going to get another 2 reinforcements here. The middle is kind of the easiest to advance on, and the left is a little bit harder with 1 reinforcement. So I have the worst chance of advancing along the east, at least how I figure it. So I figure I should sort of degrade them a bit and try to have like 2 main directions I'm pushing on. I could additionally pull from my reserve as much as I want. Only 1 step in the trading, but as much as you want from the reserve. But let's see how things go. I want to have that as like a backup for some terrible dice luck. Okay, and now I really don't want to roll a 5 or 6, because I'm going to roll for the weather, and if I get a 5 or 6, it'll become muddy next round, and that'll make all my dice rolls worse. Hey, there we go. The luck is on my side. So it is now round 2, but it remains rainy. And all right, let's do it again. So we're battle. We'll start with the 5 versus 4 Canadian advantage. Oh my gosh, Canadian advantage. So they retreat for 3, but actually go back up to 5 because of their reinforcements. Over here, the 5 versus 4, 3. So I have a Canadian advantage. We both lose 1, but they do retreat, and they don't have reinforcements, so that's excellent. I don't mind that at all. Okay, and then the 6 versus 4. Wow. Oh no, they don't. They retreat 1. I mean, they lose 1, but they get it right back. Okay. Oh, I should not have advanced yet. I have to decide if I want to advance. And yeah, once again, I mean, so far things are going great. I'm rolling amazingly. Now, I will be clear, only like the 1, a straight up 1, or a 2, or 1 when it's muddy is going to like actually directly make things terrible. Do I want to trade? Yeah, I guess like the 2 actually isn't that bad. Let's give myself maximum odds everywhere, or at least like the maximum chances. I'll have the 5 give this one to make it up to a 6. Although, So the weird thing is they can only retreat to an empty space. So, yeah, I'm just thinking I kind of want the 3 to retreat, which means I don't necessarily like want to beat them there. Well, I think it'll be okay. I still have all my reserves. Yeah, so, I didn't do a counterattack, did I? Yeah, sorry. Hold on. This technically should not be happening yet. So what was it? It was, I mean, they're not counterattacking, so, crud, where did I take from? I think it was 555, right? Okay, hopefully I have that right. Okay, so they'll counterattack here. The Germans. Oh, we got a baddish roll. 2 when it's even is 1 to each of them. And then, yeah, they have a counterattack as well. So advantage for us. 3, no effect. Okay. All right, so now I can trade. Again, I'm not 100% sure if this is the right thing to do, but I'm going to give us all the advantage. And let's see if the weather holds. It does. It's still muddy going into round 3. Yeah, I want to attack first with them because I'd rather the weaker 3 retreat into Torre where we have to capture than the 4. And then that will become like a backup theoretically. Wow. Okay. So they go down to 2 and run away. Do this one next, the 5-4. What the heck? Okay, so this is what it looks like when Mike has the best luck he's ever seen in any game ever. And the 5 versus 4 over here. So they can't retreat because it has to be an empty space. Did I roll another 5? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. That was, I'm going to have to not cut the pauses from this video so you can know I'm not cheating the dice because this is stupid. Okay, so that was battle. Advance. And then actually they'll keep counterattacking, which is good because I want them to keep on having us kind of have some attrition to run that die out. A 6 on a counter. That's nothing. I'd rather them have had I guess they would only, when I have the advantage, they only have a 1-1 result when it's tied. So, okay, that's fine. All right, and now we don't have any red lines anymore. I mean, this one's still on a red line, but the rest aren't. But I can add in the reserves. I mean, I don't need to yet, right? This is just like the blessed battle of forever. Okay, rain. Wow, we haven't got any mud either. The only time that rolling a 5 or 6 would be bad. Okay, let's battle. We'll do this one first because clearly that's the one that matters the most. 3 with Canadian. We both lose 1. I'm fine with that. The big thing is them dying, of course. 5 versus 3. Okay. Just a straight up defeat there. And 5 versus 3 over here. We each lose one. Fine. Okay. And yeah, I guess. Oh, counterattack. That's right. They're still counterattacking. A 2. When we have the advantage, it's still nothing. Okay. So yeah, we're just going right to weather, and it's still rain. All right, and yeah, I mean, if we can just win here, this combat, we won't have to worry about the other things. They were just backups anyway, and that'll do it, right? Yep, we each lose one, but they are. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Let's not do it in that order, Mike, dummy. Because if I defeat them, I still have to battle them and let one of them retreat before the advance phase. So yeah, let's do that battle last. Let's do left to right or left and then right. Okay, wow, that was a better roll anyway. So that's a 1, and over here 4. We both lose 1. Okay, and now we'll roll for the middle. 2. Okay, still got it. So we're down to 2, I think it was. And we go to the advance, and I win. So very straightforward. And here's the thing: this, unfortunately, like David showed me the other 3 coming up, and those are a bit more complicated, and a bit more like robust in the battle system. But the only ones that are like completely ready and approved to show are the first 2, which are a little bit simpler. So yeah, what do I think about this kind of system? I mean, I'll get the negatives out of the way first. It's pretty straightforward. The decisions aren't that tough. There is some sameness scenario to scenario. Now, when your luck is not absolutely absurd like it was here, there would have been more choices to make, and maybe I would have wanted to not advance up with some units because I don't want to potentially lose 2 Canadian units and die. I never even had to dip into my reserves, but that would have been a choice as well. So certainly the dice luck is going to vary the experience up some. Like if I was in mud, getting a -1 to all my rolls, that would have clearly had a pretty major influence. So that's going to appeal to some, not appeal to others. Now, the fact is the games take 5 minutes to play, as you just witnessed. So I think the dice luck is totally warranted and almost necessary. But yeah, and then the other knock against them is that it's, again, somewhat similar each time. This one tends to play out kind of similarly. You tend to want to go up the middle. So it almost has kind of an educational effect. Hey, if you want to know about the Battle of Moro River, and if you want to know what might have been an easier or tougher path to go, then it'll tell you. And you can also try to do different routes, even if they're maybe a little bit tougher, to see kind of how that pans out. But yes, I do think from what I saw, the later scenarios are going to have a bit more replay to them. This one might be, I don't know, a 2 or 3 play, and then you're done with it. But when you get down to it, on the positive side, it's 5 of these for $5. So, even if a few of them are only 1 off or 2 off plays, I still think it's a pretty crazy deal. I really like the core dice system, and I kind of want to see David and team do a bigger war game with this, because I'm a fan, going way back of Columbia block games and those kind of war games. So the idea of step loss and nice clean tracking of units and stuff really appeals to me. And yeah, the combat is exciting, even when you roll stupidly like I did. The combat can be pretty fun. I think the resolution tables are very clean. They're certainly not as bad as a lot of war games I've seen. So yeah, I like the ideas here. I like how the entire combat system works. I like the little things like the rain and mud that they've thrown into the system to vary up the battles. Is it going to have infinite replay? Heck no. But for $5, for 5 of them, I don't think you can really do better than that in any war game I've ever seen. So yeah, hopefully that was a little bit helpful. And again, David is my friend, so there's some bias here. But I certainly don't think these are perfect. I think that they have limited replay, like I say, but I'm still pretty impressed with the system overall. So thanks for watching, everybody, and good gaming. I'll see you at the next stop.